amazing.
Okay, now it looks like we are in landscape mode on YouTube as well. Looks like we are. Okay, let's just give this a second for everything to talk to each other. Let me turn on an extra light here.
This is hello. JoJo says hello.
Hello, hello. Look, we don't know if this is going to work. We hope it is. There we go. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Mama's got a brand new groove, honey. Yes, she does. So we have a new video set up. We are live on Facebook here. We are live on YouTube here, and we're live on Instagram right here. So let me pull up my monitor, if you guys don't mind, so that I can kind of see what I'm doing. And that way I will be less likely to be out of frame. That way turn the sound down. Sorry, excuse my arm. There we go. There we go, GGO. Okay, we're not on Amazon, hun.
Oh, I mean YouTube.
Okay. All right, it's fine. Welcome. How about we do some amethyst marble nails? Kind of wanted to continue the tradition that I did, was it Sunday night when we did those beautiful blue nails? So I kind of wanted to continue that, and I posted a little, I guess, a photo earlier of what I was using tonight. So let me show you here. We're going to use one of these brand spanking new Minx Cat Eye Gels, and her color is Tiger Lily. There's her color. Then ink-wise, I'm going to use black. I'm going to use purple. I'm going to use gold. This is metallic. And then I'm just going to use some velvet matte top coat. Now I'm probably going to throw in a little bit of candy chrome with that. Probably. Yeah, give us just a sec, Nancy, and I'll zoom in. We're just checking all of our connections here because this is brand new tonight. So that's kind of what I'm going to use. Let's do some shout outs. Hey, Omira. Hi, Tammy Tesh. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany says she sold out in one day. It's more like a few hours, right? She completely sold out of her Minx Cat Eye collection. Yes, this is the bundle tonight. Okay, that right there. Let's see. Hi, Laura. Who else do we have? Hi, Pamela. Hey, Eileen. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Pamela Prattis. We got a couple Pamelas watching. My lighting looks fantastic. Don't I know it, honey? So we have a total of 5 cameras running. Right now, we only have 3 running, but we have the potential to have 5 on all at the same time. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 video lighting and a buku of other stuff. So yeah, what you think of our new setup? We hope it's more user friendly for you and you can see nice and clear and all that kind of stuff. Okay. I am wearing, because I know you guys are going to be asking. I just lotioned my hands too, by the way. I am wearing Cool Cat This is from the Minx Cat Eye collection. I have on Cool Cat, and I have on Ocean Waters Candy Chrome. The Ocean Waters Candy Chrome is going to debut Sunday night with our spring candy crumbs. Isn't this pretty? It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so sparkly, honey. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get going. I'm going to show y'all some, at the beginning of the year we said, or I said, I want to kind of continue my theme. Whatever I do Sunday night, I kind of want to do another variation of that on Wednesday night so that I can show you more than one thing to do with each item, okay? So that's kind of the theme, along the lines I'm trying to stay with tonight is this marble theme. Any questions? You'll have to help me watch comments. I got 3 screens going. Laws, that's musky. Okay, one of our favorite products is this right here. This is No Buff. This is a great, I'm just going to slide these over out of the way. Let me tell you about the bundle. I guess I should do that, shouldn't I? You're going to get all 3 of these inks. You're going to get the matte top coat, and you're going to get Tiger Lily in the Minx Cat Eye tonight. This is called, what's it called, Keith? Amethyst.
Amethyst Marble
I think it's
Bundle.
Amethyst Marble Bundle. It's $99. We gave you a little discount off of that. Amethyst Marble Bundle.
Sounds good.
All right. We're going to take some No Buff, and I'm still trying to figure out where the center of my screen is. So you guys just have to bear with me tonight since this is our first one. I hope you can see okay.
Ladybug is.
I'm sorry?
Where the ladybug is the center.
Well, it's not on on all 3 screens, it's different. So I'm just going to kind of be in between somewhere here. I'm going to go ahead and get about 3 of these nails primed so that I can get my base coat down. And I don't think we'll need any more of those. How's your week? We doing good. Let me zoom in a little bit for my YouTubers. And let me zoom in a little bit for my Facebookers. And let me zoom in a little bit for my Instagrammers. I'm going to pop down some Restore. Rebuild and Restore rubber base. Just as my base coat. Just a little bit. Keith is watching for questions. If y'all have questions about tonight's class, feel free to answer them. Typically, I can't take special requests because it takes a lot to just set up a workstation. With everything I need for the video. So I like to keep the questions geared towards what we're working on, if at all possible. Thank you. This is going to be beautiful. I did the samples earlier, and where I put them, I don't know. I have no idea where they ended up. Yeah. Sorry about that. So we're going to redo them with you guys. Now we're going to start with, while those are in the lamp cooking, we're going to start with Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily is this beautiful Minx Cat Eye Gel. And if you haven't had a chance to play with Minx yet, it's an Aurora Cat Eye Gel because it reflects lots of different colors in it. This is kind of like a silvery lavender purple. But you'll see when we push the cat eye out of the way, it turns to this deep, dark, rosy, with almost like a hint of fuchsia in it. here we go. We're going to do one coat. Now, these cat eye gels are not meant to use over black. You can put them over black, but you're going to change the color of them. So when you're using these, you're going to pop down one coat, just like that, one solid coat, and then you're just going to cure it. No, don't do anything to it. Just cure that first coat. We're going to go ahead and do that on all three because I don't actually know where I'm going to put this.
Susan said, I just got my tiger lily and it's so pretty.
You just got tiger lily? Yay. This is almost like a smoky purple. It's more like a silver with a little lavender hint to it. But when you cat eye it, it becomes really, really pretty. All right, so we got 3 of those.
Naya says she's loving her new cat eye.
If you have your minks, have you swatched it yet? Have you swatched your minks cat eyes? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, I kind of know the first one. I only want to, I'm going to put the second coat on. Let me do that before I get ahead of myself here. I'm going to go ahead and put it all over, but I'm only going to make it down the middle. Like right in here. Now you don't have to do this, but this will add interest. This will be real pretty under this amethyst kind of alcohol ink look we're going for. Then when I magnetize that, I'm going to do it just straight up and down, nothing fancy, no fancy schmancy. And there is that. Let's go ahead and cure that. All right, the second one, I don't even think I need this one all over. I want a little bit right here, kind of like in a half moon shape. And let's go this direction. And then the circle end of this magnet, we're going to go this way. About right in there. And last but not least, how do I want this one? I think maybe on the top of here. Just like this. Now I have on Cool Cat and I didn't magnetize it. I just put it on and left it in a pearl finish, and then I put these flakes over top. And in we go. Okay, I'm going to zoom way in here so we can kind of see what we're doing. I want you to see the detail. Alcohol ink comes next. Our rule for using alcohol ink is what? Will I ever be selling magnets? We sell them all the time and we sell out every single time we restock them, Wendy. Every time. Okay, I'm gonna do this one first because it has the, it's the one I pulled the magnet straight down the middle. Before we put these on here, we have to have some matte top coat. Alcohol ink likes to be on matte. I'm using our new matte top coat, this Velvet Touch matte top coat. That's what she looks like. So we'll go ahead and put this on all of them as well. You love being able to watch on Instagram? Yay! We're so glad!
You got 3 on
I
each.
don't have an Instagram monitor, even though I have 3 monitors in front of me. My one monitor is giving us just a little bit of trouble. We just didn't have the right cable. So hopefully by the time I go live on Sunday, I will have my Instagram monitor as well. That's the second one I did. And here's the third one. I tend to do a generous layer of matte because I know I've got to use some acetone to wash this around with, and I don't want that to go through into my color layer. So there's nail number 3. And in we go, we're gonna cure those. Let's put our top back on there. I'm notorious for spilling things, honey. Now, in addition to those things, I'm gonna pull out some of this. This has become my favorite candy chrome. This is Ball Drop. It kind of looks icy. New Year's Eve Ball Drop. We still have this in stock, by the way. If you didn't get any and you want some, so I'm going to pull that out because I'm seeing that I need that. Let's make myself a little pad for my inks. And I use pure acetone to move my ink around with. That's just the way I prefer it. Although these ones are, we don't really want a lot of marble action going on here. We're going to have just more of a blended action. Just blended.
Elizabeth says Ball Drop is fabulous.
I love Ball Drop. I sure do. All right. See the little alcohol.
Megan says she can't stop looking at your nails. I'm loving it.
Aren't they beautiful? They're sassy, honey. They're very sassy. Now this mat doesn't have to be wiped, but I always wipe down my alcohol, the surface before I alcohol ink it. And then I'm going to pull out alcohol ink brush right there. So we're going to be fairly generous. We're going to start with some black ink. And on this particular nail, I'm going to go all the way around the perimeter with that. Because I pulled the cat eye down the center. So she's about like that. I don't want to get that on my mat. Let me lay this on my little paper towel here. Hold on. And while I got this black open, I'm going to go ahead and do all of these, but I kind of want to tailor it as to wherever I pulled in that little cat eye piece. So this one, we're going to go here. It's kind of asymmetrical. Like that. And this one, I think we'll kind of make her go this way.
Colleen says your black ink is truly the best.
It stays black, doesn't it? You know, if you use a black Sharpie and you try to wash it out or blend it out, it's going to go purple on you. You want a black ink that stays true to color. All right, that's a great place to screenshot if you're kind of following tutorial here. Now we're going to go with purple. And we want purple and black to get married. So I kind of overlap it just a little. And I don't want to bring that all the way into the middle. About like that. And this one. Because when purple and black get married, it makes a deep, dark, kind of plum-like. And this one, no right or wrong way to do it. You can, however you're kind of seeing the vision of your nail. But I love alcohol ink. Again, that's a pretty good spot to screenshot. Make sure my Instagram people can see this. My Instagram camera is a little tilted, so. All right. Now, the other key is don't touch that while it's still wet. See there how she's just kind of rolling around and moving around? The best favor you can do for yourself is to let this baby dry. And while that's drying, I'll kind of take a peek and see if there are any questions here. Oh, you don't have the purple ink, Nancy? Yeah, well, you will love that one. Okay. Let me get me another paper towel then, so I don't have to use that one. So alcohol ink brush, when we had this brush made, we kind of had it tailored so that it holds, so that it has enough hair to hold just the right amount of fluid. Otherwise, you know, I used to use a 3D brush and that got so much fluid in it, sometimes it would wash my nail out too thin. So if you don't have our alcohol ink brush, this is a great one to help you get your blend going the right way. What colors did I use? Black, purple, and I'm going to use metallic gold, but not yet. Let's see. Here's the first one we did. Let's start with her. All right, 100% pure acetone. And I'm just going to start blending from the center. Again, I don't want this to really have veins in it. I just want it to be nicely blended.
Says you need this brush.
Yeah, how many of you have alcohol ink brush?
Janice asks, what colors did you use, please?
Yes, I answered her question.
Oh,
I just got it. No worries. No worries, boo. I'll forgive you this time, honey. Y'all know what they say about people that can't hear, right? You want me to tell you? So the little man, you know, calls the doctor and he said, "Doctor, I think it's something wrong with my wife. She is just not being able to really hear anything." And he said, I'd like to get her in for a checkup. And he said, "Okay, well, we'll see what we can do." But he said, "In the meantime, why don't you run a few little tests of your own, and that way you know what to tell me when you come into the doctor's office." He said, "Okay." He said, "I want you to get about 15 feet away from her and say something to her. And if she can't hear you that time, maybe go about, 10 feet away from her and see what her response is." He said, "If she still can't hear you, go about 5 feet closer. Just move a little closer each time, and that way we can see kind of what distance she's hearing at." Keith's already laughing because I pick on him about his hearing. So man comes in from work and, wife's in the kitchen getting dinner ready. And so he thought, her back was to him. He thought, this is a good opportunity that I can see how her hearing is. Run these tests the doctor wants me to run, honey. So he said, hey, honey, what's for supper? He's about 15 feet behind her. She never said anything. So he's like, well, let me move a little bit closer. So he got about 10 feet away. He said, hey, honey, what's for supper? She didn't say anything. So then he moves about 5 feet away, and this time he's yelling it, hey, honey, what's for supper? Finally, she doesn't say anything, and he gets right up in her ear and screams, I said, what's for supper? She said, I have told you 4 times already what's for supper. We're having vegetable soup. Oh, y'all will get that in a little bit. See what I'm doing here? I'm just kind of washing that out and letting it really fade into the light areas of the nail.
They laughing, they got it.
She wasn't the one that couldn't hear. He's the one that couldn't hear.
What'd you say?
Keith said, what'd you say? Okay, back to the nail art tutorial. All right, here's what we got. We have 2 of those. And I'm going to give this a little wash. Look how vibrant that purple is. Are y'all seeing that? Hi, Nora on YouTube. Janice says that's her husband. Honey,
Nancy said we still love you, Keith.
I've threatened to send Keith to Sam's Wholesale and buy him some hearing aids. Yes, we still love you, Keith. We do, we do.
Well, I'm so glad.
Look, Keith, I bet Keith didn't know this, because I check the calendar from last year to make sure I don't repeat the same tutorial tonight as I did a year ago. But this is Keith's 1-year anniversary today with Team Ladybug. Uh-huh. How about them apples? All right. I'm going to stop right there on all 3 of those. I'll put these under frame, so if you want to get a little screenshot there. Let me get my fingers out of the way. Instagram, let me turn this over to you real quick. All right, that's what we're going to roll with here, but we haven't finished all of our ink yet. I'm just letting that dry. What I want to do is put down another matte top coat. If I put any more ink on top of here and try to move it around, I'm going to lose this really pretty pattern on the back of there, and I don't want to do that, right? So let's just use a little bit more of the Team Ladybug Velvet Touch Matte. Tonight, this is the Amethyst Marble Bundle. I realize a lot of y'all have what's in this bundle, but I'm trying to give you different ways to use your inks and different ways to use your Minx Cat Eye gels, right? Why would you want to just polish a nail with it when you can do so much more with it? And then we're going to put this back in the lamp.
Sharon said her husband has selective hearing.
Yes.
Colleen says, I live with that man.
Maybe it's a man thing.
Janice says, I used the mat today and I love it. Janice Man said that.
I love this matte top coat. You know, when you're doing alcohol ink, if you have a really velvety or a cashmere or a really soft feel to your matte, your inks just blend better and move around better.
Kathy says she loves the purple and black together.
Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. I don't do purple too often, but when I do, honey, I'm gonna do me some purple. Look at that. If we didn't put anything else on there, how pretty that is.
Elizabeth says she don't know who is worse, the kids or the hubby.
All right, let's cure that. Now this is a, you can cure this 30 seconds for doing alcohol ink over top of, but typically it's a 60-second cure. So yeah. Okay, while that is cooking, if you're not familiar with our metallic alcohol inks, they separate in the bottle. You see down here? Here's the fluid, there's the ink. The metallic. I mean, here's the ink and here's the metallic. So they have to be shaken like this. Like the redheaded stepchild, honey. To get all of that goodness mixed up in there. Look. Now I still got a little bit sitting in the bottom. Now the longer this sits here like that, the more those particles will fall back to the bottom. It takes it a little while, but as soon as you turn it up vertical, gravity is real, honey. All right. So all of your metallic inks you want to shake. And typically, I don't really put metallic over matte, but I am this time because of the look that I want to go for. Again, I'm just lightly going to wipe that surface with a little bit of alcohol just because my ink will move around really, really nicely. If I didn't do anything else, I could top coat these right now, and that's a beautiful look. But let's go with this first one that we had going on here. I'm going to bring my paper towel back into view. I don't like working on a paper towel because it throws the cameras off focus. But in this case, I don't want to get ink on my pretty matte underneath here. So I'm using gold. Don't be fooled by this gold. This is more of a champagne gold. When this fluid starts to evaporate, the ink really lightens up. Those of you that have worked with these metallics, they do tend to change color a little bit as they dry, don't they? So now, where do I want the gold? I want the gold where this kind of meets this negative space area, if you will. And I put a little bit right up in here and a little bit right in there. About right there. Now, as that ink dries, the fluid evaporates from it, and all we're left with is the pigment. Do you see how that changed color versus this? Look at there. Okay, so we just want that to continue to dry, and then somewhere near those gold spots, you want a little tiny touch of purple. My little grandson says he thinks this looks like spores. So near the gold spores, a little bit of purple. Because we want the gold and the purple to get married. And we want it to dry before I touch it. Kim says, congratulations, Keith,
Well,
from
thank you.
Instagram.
Well, thank you. Elizabeth says, then it comes alive with top coat. It's amazing.
Yep. Okay, so this one is dry enough to touch. Let me slide these others out of the way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that same acetone and we're going to push this purple into that little bit of gold and just kind of fade that out. Let me go on the top of this one. And fade down the side. You see how I'm able to push those metallic pigments? bring that one back in a sec. Actually, we'll lay it right there while she is drying. Same thing here. We got some gold spores, as Drew calls it. And what makes this really pretty is when you put the purple near it, it starts taking on this kind of magenta, almost like a, what's the November birthstone I'm trying to think of? It's gold. Somebody tell me. What's November's birthstone? It's on the tip of my tongue. Topaz. Topaz. It has this just really pretty gold topaz look to it. And we don't want to overdo it because once the top coat goes on, you'll see how we still have a little bit of this gold fluid here is floating around in the background of there. You don't see it too much right now.
Brenda says nail students from Professional School of Nails in Columbia, South Carolina is watching.
Thank you for watching, Brenda. Is this your first time? We're glad to have you. When I'm working with this metallic ink on a matte surface, I'm really just pushing it around. Just push, 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 push. And I'm not using a whole lot of fluid on my brush either. This one's going to be my favorite. I can already tell. I like things that are offset.
Her nail supply says, "Oh Lordy, I wish I could send you a photo. Charlie the cat is so intensely watching you on my phone." Brenda says, "First time with my students."
Oh, thank you, Brenda. Okay, so Brenda, you need to message us because we have a student plan for any schools. We will send you a discount code for your students.
She said they are loving the design.
To shop with us, and we'll get you enrolled and set up for that. Okay, so we have 3 of these so far. Laws has musky. They're beautiful.
She said, "Yay."
Okay, so we have to make sure that's dry before we do anything else. We're going to bring this little candy chrome into play. Do y'all see how gorgeous that's going to be with that? But we have to be real selective where we put this. We only want this to be where we didn't lay lots of alcohol ink. So here, here, and here. And maybe we could do a little touch there. A little bit here and a little bit here.
Paula says they have a Victorian vibe.
But before we do that, we got to seal these ladies up. This is one of our newer products, Metallic Glaze. And what this does is put a sticky surface back on a surface that's no longer sticky. If we top coat this right now, 9 times out of 10, our top coat will peel off in a few days. That's why it comes off your chrome. It comes off your chrome candy. It comes off foil. If you have fully foiled a nail and you top coat it and you're like, why are my nails peeling? It's because the top coat did not have a tacky layer to stick to. Metallic Glaze is a shiny surface sealant and she's HEMA-free. Now this has a tacky layer to it. What this is going to do is seal up the nail and provide a tacky layer so the top coat will stick to this. Here we go, GGO. We did a little test a couple weekends ago. I was training a school from down in Norfolk, and we sealed up our chrome nails with base coat on one hand, and then we sealed them up with Metallic Glaze on the other hand. And Metallic Glaze was much brighter and shinier and chromier. It's what I have over the chrome flakes before I put my top coat on my own nails. So here we go. Metallic Glaze, you just need a thin layer. And we're going to see this nail really come to life and almost, it's going to look like it changes color, but it's not changing color. It's just getting enhanced. Oh, I'm going to come up really close in these cameras.
AR nail
Instagram, I'm going to give you a look. Not to worry, Facebook, I'll come back.
AR nail said she posted a picture of Charlie on your live and shared on the Facebook page.
And here is for YouTube and Facebook. Look at that, how beautiful. It is beautiful.
It is pretty.
So we're going to do that to all three of these and get that in the lamp. You don't want to let your metallic glaze sit too long on the surface because it could reactivate the ink and make your ink run. I haven't seen it happen. I would do, if you're doing this on every finger, you know, do a couple of nails and get it in the lamp, and while those are in the lamp, move to the other hand.
Janice asked what candy chrome is that?
This is called New Year's Eve Ball Drop. It is exquisite. You know, there for a while, Rainbow Candy Chrome was my favorite, but now this one looks electric.
Nice birdie.
It's beautiful.
Lynn says she loves it.
Thank you, Lynn.
Sarah says, be still my heart.
Honey, this will make you have to have a defibrillator now. Let's hope not, right?
Is that chrome in the bundle?
The chrome is not in the bundle. We didn't have enough chrome of these chromes left to put in the bundle. We just have a handful of these. Now I'm going to put this on with my baby fan brush, who I like to use and abuse, honey. I like her to be wonky for a reason, because I can get tight areas with the corner of her or all over areas with the tip of her. And this one is my favorite one I've done right here. Let's go with a little candy chrome, and we're going to keep it in this area right in here. Why? Because that's where I want to draw the eye to. And I don't want a lot because I have that pretty cat eye making right under there. So I only want typically a tiny bit.
Paul says that brush reminds me of Beaker on the Muppets.
See right in there? Instagram, let me come over so you can see, honey. We got two more here. This one we're going to keep like down the middle. And this one I'm inclined to keep right up here in the corner. Let's do that. A little bit right here, not a lot. Some of these pieces are huge. And typically, I wouldn't touch this with my fingers unless I have a glove on, because I lotioned my hands before I came on live and oiled these cuticles. If I touch it, I'm going to deposit some oil on there. Let me bring this one back over.
Wendy Hammer says hi.
And that's all we're going to use. And my friend Megan, let me slide these over because, you know, I'm working on a silicone mat here. My friend Megan educated me on how to get the candy chrome off your mats and glitter. You just use a lint roller. Now, if you don't know about candy chrome, it lays so flat, you guys, you don't have to have anything sealing over top of that. Okay? So, let's top coat.
Says, and just like that, they're so elevated.
And just like that, we're gonna use Ladybug Luster Wet Look. And this will seal up that little bit of candy chrome that I laid in there. It's so pretty. Okay, so every nail I do, I want to wear it. And then when it comes time to do my nails, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I cannot be the only person that affects. Okay, in we go. You guys are saying story of my life. At least I feel better. If I were going to wear this, though, I wouldn't do this on every finger. I would have this as my designer nails and maybe like a deep dark purple, dark plum on my other nails. A little bit of gold glitter. That might be a pretty designer nail to fit with this. They're just beautiful. Okay, in we go. And as soon as this top coat cures, I'll bring that back out. We could have put a little bit of candy chrome right through there. I didn't. Yeah, I just think I want to focus it right in there. Thank you for the order. We hope y'all are grabbing this Amethyst bundle. This is the Amethyst Marble Bundle on sale for $99. And the candy chrome I used is New Year's Eve Ball Drop Candy Chrome.
Rebecca posted the link to that.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca.
I was about to, and she.
Thank you, Boo. Okay, let's go 60 seconds. Let me give you a little hint on your top coat while that's in there. So in order to keep your top coat looking wet, now that's what I have on my nails, and you see I've not sprayed it. It's nice and shiny. First of all, this is acetone resistant. If you're a nail tech and you have a hard time keeping your manicure looking good, you need this. How do you get it off? You break through the seal with a file. Once you break the seal, if you soak off, it'll go ahead and soak on off, all right? So that's the first good thing about it. Secondly, it is scratch resistant. Now, obviously, if I take a file to it, I'm going to scratch it. But typically, just everyday normal wear, it is scratch resistant. And when your hand comes out of the lamp, you don't want to put cuticle oil on right away. You don't want to spray with alcohol right away. It's a no-wipe top coat. But typically, you know, I would still spray to get down in here and clean all the dust out if I haven't already done that, those kinds of things, all right? So if you're gonna do that, you need to wait 30 seconds after the hands or the press-on nails come out of the lamp before you apply any oil, before you do any spraying, because what that does is it lets that top coat cure. It lets it acclimate to the temperature, not inside the lamp. Look, your hands are warm inside the lamp. So when it comes out, it lets that top coat cool down. And as it cools down, it gets that glassy finish on it. Super, super glassy. So just give it about 30 to 45 seconds cool down period before you apply anything to it. Y'all with me on that? I hope I didn't confuse you there. All right, these nails are done.
You're getting a lot of hearts. They must be with you. This is my length and drill bundle. Will be here tomorrow. I'm
Yay.
excited.
We're so excited you're getting that.
Susan, she got it. She said.
All right.
Tammy said she got it too.
And try to give you a little bit more close-up look without getting them too out of frame. Instagram. Isn't that beautiful?
Susan says she's.
You're in love with these, Nancy? This be pretty for you to wear. Look, we have 3 lenses. So even though it's in the middle of my mat, we've got 1 lens here. We got 1 lens here. You see how far apart my fingers are? They're about, you know, 1.5 inches apart. And then we got 1 lens tilted that way for Instagram. So that's why you're seeing different views of everything. It can't all go through the same lens. Any questions on this technique? I love the deep, dark contrast of color on this. I love, love, love it. Thank you, Liz. Would y'all like me to go over what's in the bundle for those of you that joined late? Yes, no, maybe. It's on its way, Regina. Oh, y'all, I have to tell you about Regina. Regina, can I share the news that you posted earlier today? I guess I should ask, honey. You got the Oceanic bundle. You want this one too? Yes, Lord. Okay, so Regina's salon, Regina's out in Texas. Her salon made it in the top 100 salons in the United States. Honey, let's give her a hand. Regina, that's something to be proud of, honey. And we are so proud of you. And guess what? Her salon uses Team Ladybug product, and we couldn't be more pleased to have our product in a salon that's in the top 100 in the country. So yes. And you guys want to hear the bundle again? All right. Yeah, they are beautiful for any season, aren't they? Congratulations, Regina. Okay, here's what's in the bundle. And make sure my tops are on so I don't spill nothing. Black alcohol ink, purple alcohol ink, and gold alcohol ink. And in case you couldn't see that, do you see how that gold blended in and married that purple so pretty?
Can't quite see it on Facebook.
Can't quite see it? I'll move over.
Yeah, your hand's not in it.
Oh, my hand's in the way. That's why, honey, I'll learn this orientation. So you get all 3 of those. You're going to get
See any of the models?
it's because I zoomed in. I'll just show one at a time. You get black. You get gold metallic. And these are the ones with the beads. The metallics you got to shake. And you get purple. You're going to get 3 alcohol inks. You're also going to get this matte top coat, Velvet Touch Matte. This is a new top coat. Just came out in February, wasn't it? February for us. And then you're going to get the undercoat that I put on there for everything. This is Tiger Lily, the Minx Cat Eye Gel in this pretty silvery purple. The only other thing I used other than that was my top coat and this Ball Drop Candy Chrome. Ball Drop Candy Chrome.
Lila says she can't wait till Sunday to see the new goodies.
Yes, Sunday night we have the debut of these. Hold on, I'll show you. Sunday night, our class will be on the multiple uses for these candy chromes. These are our spring 2023 collector's item candy chromes. There are 7 candy chromes in here. I know they're not all in frame because I'm way zoomed in. So let's see here. Does that make it in frame a little bit better?
You about there?
That's close. That's close. That's close, boo. All right. So this is Iris. Look at her, how pretty. And I'm going to show you how I did my tops for these as well. This is Iris. This one is Cherry Blossom. She's pink in the container. Cherry Blossom. Then we have Ocean Waters. I'm wearing Ocean Waters over, I'll show you what I have it on over. Cool Cat. That's what I have Ocean Waters on with. And these are only sold in the set, you guys. We didn't get enough to put out individually. We're going to debut them in the set, though, and after about 24 hours, if we have any left, we'll break the sets down and post them in individuals for y'all. Then we have Daffodil. Mine don't have color labels on it yet. I'm going by memory. Lady Slipper. Lady Slipper is a kind of orchid. And this has a really pretty teal halo to it that I'm not picking up on camera, probably because I have so many lights going. I have Grasshopper. And last but not least is this really pale, pale yellow. This is Peeps. Like the little marshmallow Peeps that you guys love. Primarily it is yellow, but it's also reflecting some violet and a little bit of kind of like a fiery opal. These are going to be on sale Sunday night. If you buy them individually, they're 14 bucks for one. But Sunday night, they're going to be in the set for $69, and we're going to give you the free baby fan brush with it. We're going to include that free, and I'm also including some free items in there that will help you swatch these a little bit better. So you'll want to be watching live Sunday night so I can show you some artwork that I have planned to do with these. Any questions? Thank y'all for being here.
Over black?
I'm sorry.
Are they all over
These
black?
are all over black, but you can see how pretty Ocean looks over blue. You can use them over any color, really. If I were going to use the Cherry Blossom over anything, I would probably choose like a hot pink, or you know, if I didn't want to use it over black. So they can be used over anything. You're going to put that in first thing Sunday? Yeah, we want you to have this little baby fan brush to put them on with. So you're going to get that for free. This sells for $24. So yeah, it's a huge savings, because if you bought these, you know, individually, yeah. You love these? Good.
But they're ordering first thing Sunday.
I will try and have these turned on early Sunday morning for you guys, so you don't have to wait till the live show Sunday night. Yeah. And they look really pretty when you matte them as well. I'll be showing you that Sunday. Any other questions? Instagram, any questions from you guys? You love them, Zoya's mom, thank you. And last but not least, here's our nails we did tonight, and this was our purple marble. All right, love you guys. I will see you Sunday at 7. Have a great week. Bye-bye. YouTube doesn't want us to leave tonight. Sorry, YouTube. Okay, YouTube is being so persnickety. YouTube won't let us log off.
I see you still got 3 people.
Right, sorry y'all. Okay, she is just not cooperating. I don't want to lose this broadcast though. Let's do it this way and see.